thereabout, and so we'll get another stoppage here with 11:18 left. Shots on goal are 8-3 currently in favor of the Trappers.
Yeah, Marston's looked good early on. He's one of the goaltenders vying for a spot on the OHL Cup team from the north. Last season, they basically did a selection, and this year they're actually having a camp, which will take place next weekend here in North Bay.
Shot comes in. McIver turns that one aside. And now the puck goes down the ice. There will be no icing on that one. And now it's to Pripik. Pripik flips the puck out, tries to anyways, and Nello keeps it in. Trying to settle the puck down. Marston can't get a handle on it. And now, puck goes up to Beamer. Beamer keeps it in. And the Nickel Capitals just can't seem to be able to get it out. Beamer out front. Sent a pass back looking for his teammate, but he wasn't there because nobody was in the slot. He was looking for
Payer. It's been a few times pucks have been loose in the home plate area, but either the defender has skated past and is behind the net, or or somebody, the defenseman back of the blue line is too high and not able to get to that loose puck.
To Cardinal, cross ice. Cardinal slows things up before he flips the puck in. McIver went out to grab the puck, and it just bounced under his glove. Now the Trappers flip the puck down the ice, and Vlad picks it up. Vlad decides to play the puck around behind his net with Dawson in pursuit, and Dawson picks up the loose puck in the Sudbury zone.
There's another puck to get to. Just a little bit out of sync the Trappers are right now. Very high-scoring team in this league.
We've seen that a couple of times this year. We'll have to see if they're able to put that aside here quickly. As this Nickel Capitals team has proven, they've looked dangerous in the first opening 10 minutes here.
They did. Dawson tried to get in there, but he put himself offside, trying to get that puck through the legs of the defender.
Marston will have some stiff competition, you'd have to think, in Jackson Curran on that NOHA team.
Jackson Curran, and I really, really was impressed last weekend, Courtney, with Alex Hall, who they call the Wall. And he was really good, and he was in goal for the 7-2 win over the U18 Trappers. And you know what I mean? If I was to pick that team, I think both, regardless of any of Sioux goalies, I think it's Hall. For me, it's Hall and Curran all day long are the two goalies to take for the OHL Cup team.
Well, we'll have to see what
as long as Timmins, but if Timmins ends up
quick shot there, Marston kicks that one aside.
The Great North League, they'll go to the OHFs and then would not be eligible to play in the OHL Cup. So it's an interesting situation because, of course, Sioux is the #1 team and ended up winning last year, which meant all their U16 players they had on their mixed U18, U16 team were unable to play in the OHL Cup. So it was a team mainly comprised of North Bay, Sudbury, and other areas of the north. Yeah, that's an interesting thing that they have to look at. They almost have to make 2 or 3 different option teams based on players that could be eligible or ineligible.
That'll be interesting for the NOHA brass, what they come up with after that camp next weekend. We're hoping to bring you a game or two on the Frontline Game Day broadcast over the weekend.
43 of the best in the north. All of them will be at a camp. They weren't able to do that last year because of COVID, but I think a great idea that they're able to bring 43 together as opposed to just, basically making a team like they had to do last year.
Puck out front. That one misses everyone, and now Beamer off to the races a little bit before he loses the handle on it. Now Sudbury regains it and sends it down the ice. Icing waved off as now Grayson Bradley plays the puck behind the goal line and is quickly up ice for Dawson. How did that find Dawson? Dawson with the shot. And how did Marston stop that one?
Beauty stop. Just didn't get it quite high enough, was looking low blocker. Dawson had a goal, an opportunity like that he cashed in last Sunday against Sam Rudner. Has a real nice save.
I don't know how that puck even found Dawson. There was so much bodies that it had to get through to get to him. And then what a save by Marston for sure. Lefebvre with a bit of a weak shot, doesn't find its way in. Now another chance to Russo. Russo tried to flip it around behind the net. And it's up to McGill. McGill.
Of course, you call the...
Out front quickly, Marston with a good toe save. He can't hold on to it.
You've called a fairly significant breakaway goal for Caleb Dawson in preseason for the Voodoos.
Yeah, we always seem to end up talking. There will be a delayed penalty here against the U18 Trappers. We always seem, as there's the whistle there, always seem to end up talking about that goal. But right in front of us, right here on this very ice surface, actually, what a great goal. Dawson, the beneficiary there of a hard shot that missed the net. And comes out to the neutral zone as he's making a change.
It actually hit the crossbar and came all the way out to center ice.
And he just collected it, and down he went. And so apologies for the loss there, French River, a little bit. Boys in pursuit of the puck. Can't get to it first, as that's Makasoff with it. Makasoff to Bertrand. Bertrand takes it behind his net. Now we have a minute 40 left on the man advantage here for the Sudbury U16 Nickel Capitals, who've played this entire time so far in their own zone or the neutral zone. Makasoff picks up the puck. Gets to the red line, flips it over to Vakala. Vakala skates it in, takes the shot. That one's blocked out front. And that was Thomason blocking that. Slow to get up, but does. Puck back to the point. Knocked down by the man they call Cash Money, Mike McIver.
Nice glove save there. Very good glove hand on Mike McIver. Doesn't leave a lot of rebounds on that other side. Obviously, sometimes a bit of a challenge for players shooting at a goaltender who catches with his right hand instead of his left. Sometimes want to go low blocker. Speaking of coming in with a dangerous chance on McIver and looking to go a little low, he was able to keep that one in the chest area. That was a good save there by the Trappers goalie with just over a minute left on the man advantage here. Puck comes in, misses the net of Marson. And now Cowell looks to get the puck behind the net. Trappers trying to take advantage of that fairly loose kick plate. When I mean loose is it has some pretty special bounces off it. It'll come right out into the slot, and of course the Trappers very aware of that, playing here a lot of their home games in this rink. Of course, you saw a goal for Alex Little for the Voodoos where he used the kick plate to his advantage, throwing it in off the wall and came right out in front to him, and he cashed in.
Last night, of course. And of course, the Trappers also played the other portion of their home games at Memorial Gardens, where we've seen the Battalion take advantage of that kick plate a lot too. Nickel Capitals in with a quick chance there. Puck comes out and hits one of the only areas that doesn't have meshing in front of it. And so it's out of play with 13 seconds left on the man advantage. 5:22 left in the first period. 0-0 is our score. Face-off will be coming to the glove side of McIver, or the far side from the broadcast. Russo out there with Dawson and Boys and Thomason. And the Trappers are basically going to kill off the remainder of this power play with the puck going down the length of the ice. Bradley back on the ice, so we're back to 5-on-5 with LaFabe coming over. Big hit leveled on the far side by Boys.
Boys has shown a tendency to be able to throw that heavy hit along the wall, and he timed that perfectly.
Did he ever? Looking like Rob Blake from 20 years ago. Puck comes in now, McIver comes out to play it, but we get another stoppage here. 4:51 left in the first period. Is that why you play goalie, Chris? You just would like to avoid those big hits?
Some people might argue that the puck, as you can attest to, wearing a goalie mask and getting hit in the face with a puck, that getting hit with a puck in the face might be less popular, but that's not why, no.
Excuse me. Anello, cross ice. Pass comes over to Dawson. Dawson collects it in his own zone. Now the puck's up ice for Russo. Russo scored a goal also in that Voodoos game. Gives it to Dawson, who takes a sharp angled shot. Just hit the side of the net and went by the wayside. Now Carrier through the neutral zone. Nifty little move to get by Russo. Takes a shot. That one's blocked in front of McIver. And now Russo sends the puck up ice looking for LaFabe, the other Battalion prospect on this Trappers team. Carrier.
There's the strength of Justin Russo just going down that wall like a running back. Looked like Marshawn Lynch with the puck.
Just here so he won't get fined. Vlad.
Well played.
Vlad chasing after the puck, picks it up behind his net, looks up ice. Campbell flipped it over this way now. Trappers with a bit of a numbers game, can't do anything with it though. As Cowell's pass into the center of the ice just hit a body. Oh, Gravel nearly picked one off there in the slot, and now really we're going to call that one offside. It looked like it was a pretty tight call, I will give him that, but it seemed like a really delayed response.
There's the physicality that the Trappers have to use against this Sudbury team, and that created that opportunity. The defender in the corner, kind of panicked with that puck and end up getting hit and coughing it up, and just out of the reach of the Trappers forward. I think it was Nate Gravel, and you don't want to give opportunities like that to Nate Gravel in tight, because he, being the top scorer and second overall in the whole league, you don't want to do that.
Dangerous player, 36 points through 21 games. He's 18 and 18 when it comes to goals and assists, so definitely knows his way around the front of the net. Now the U16 Nickel Capitals trying to chase after the puck. Grayson Bradley, and a good stick there by McGill keeps it away from them. Beamer.
Good job by those big defenders to move that puck as quickly as they did. The Pareko twins, it looks like, back there.
Yeah.
They're a big pair for a junior A team, let alone a midget team.
I would say
Jacob
so.
McGill and Grayson Bradley.
I would not be fond of going into a corner with those two gentlemen. Out to the neutral zone for boys. Picks off the pass that was intended for Kidd, and then they send the puck down the ice. Heath Bradley in pursuit, but the Nickel Capitals are going to send the puck down the ice for a quick icing call here. 2:25 left in the first period, and it's still scoreless here between these two teams.
Marston's had a good start. Like I said, everybody's got opinions, right?
Yeah.
Curran and Hall have been very good. It's not to take away from Marston. He's had a solid season too. But everybody, like I said, there'll be opinions, and obviously we'll see how it goes when it comes to the decision time. But there are some really good goaltenders that are in the mix. And, obviously the McGuire goaltender with the Sioux Greyhounds, he's had a great season as well.
Well, to give some context, Nick Marson comes into this game as a Trappers with a quick shot, and it hops out as we're just singing the praises of Marson. Pops out of his glove and in the back of the net, and the Trappers are up 1-0.
I said I talked about Curran and Hall, and then Caleb, my son, comes down and gets a breakaway and he stopped. Then I go and praise Marson, and then he lets in a goal that he probably would like to get back.
I believe Caleb Dawson is the beneficiary of that goal as well, this 12th of the season.
Caleb just hopped in there and said, "Don't worry, Dad, I got your back here."
Always appreciate hearing from Mr. Ben Long here, our wonderful producer. And yeah, you're going to have to tell Caleb on the ride home that, hey, he's making you look like a genius now. Puck out front, can't get a chance to go.
Caleb's on a bit of a heater right now. That's his 19th point in 9 games since coming back from his hand injury. Ooh. So he's been on a bit of a run, and of course you guys had the pleasure of watching that big game in 4 goals and 2 assists against Cap. A lot of goals called that weekend.
Yeah.
I think the Trappers ended up scoring 16 in 2 games that weekend.
They did, and you talk about, as we're going to get a nicing call here against the Trappers, Caleb Dawson, 19 points, since he's coming back from his hand injury. He has only 22 on the season. So where's the bulk of those points come from since he hurt his hand? But
and you know what that's about? You go look at this team, and this line. You have Heath Bradley, who's been a tremendous player. Jacob Beamer, who is relentless on the puck, and then Curry, who's just come out of had a real quiet, solid year too, and he's got 9 goals this year. and then you had that big line, basically all top three scorers are in the top six in scoring in the league with Cowell, Gravel, and Boyce. So, I mean, there is a lot of firepower on this team.
McGill, as we're into the final minute here, flips the puck cross ice. And the Nickel Capitals have the puck in their own zone with Pripik. Up the ice quickly, but it's flipped down, and now the Nickel Capitals do pick it up. Quick shot wide of McIver's net. These two bodies go flying into the boards. Grayson Bradley trying to get his stick back, and now Josh Curry with it in at his own blue line. Curry sends it down the ice. And it looks like that's going to be all that does it here in this first period as Heath Bradley has the stick knocked out of his hands. No call coming on that one as he was looking for one. And then Grayson Bradley, who was a little bit, had a bee in his bonnet earlier in that shift. Now mixing it up with Heath coming in for support. Heath's helmet ripped right from his head. And now Jesse Lefebvre's in there mixing it up as well.
Well, I can tell you last time these two teams met, there was a ejection, and number 8, Pripik, was the one ejected. He slew-footed Davis Anello, so, Pripik better watch his P's and Q's if he was the one who pulled the helmet off, because that could be a... we'll see what type of penalty. They're discussing it right now. Officials out there, Matt McClelland and... Adam Morrell.
Yep.
Walking tall.
Okay. All right. We're getting fined somewhere. Adam out there discussing it with Matt McClelland.
Walking tall as a high-profile member of the officiating crew in Northern Ontario. Does a lot of games. In all seriousness, Adam does a really good job.
He does, yes.
And you know what? He's very fair, and anyways, we're trying to. I'm trying to save face, but anyways,
trying to make him.
This is in reference to Courtney making a call about his height in a previous broadcast.
Well,
and then
yesterday
he made a gesture towards you
on
the ice that he's short. So, anyways,
well, that's what happens when you get Jacob Brown and I together on a broadcast, knowing Adam pretty well, and the chirps start flying a little bit. But as it stands right now, it looks like the Trappers will be penalized to start the second period. And it's a 1-0 lead here for the Trappers after the first period. So with that being said, we'll try and sort through the mess on the other side of this. I'm Courtney Kenny. He's Chris Dawson. And as always, keep your eye on the front line.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukram, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
This period is brought to you by Canada Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news or access the Alumni Job Portal. Visit canadacollege.ca/perks for more information. And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex for more U18 Trappers action. And the Trappers currently lead 1-0 heading into the second period. I'm Courtney Kennedy, pleased to be joined by Chris Dawson. And Chris, we have a special guest with us, so why don't you explain what's going on?
We have a guy, he's so important in the hockey circles, he's called Game Day. He's referred to only as Game Day. His name's Stephen Boyle, an icon in hockey for, can I say, not a century, about half a century, close to half a century. Stephen's been helping in hockey for literally decades, and that's not an exaggeration. And Stephen's a huge part of the Voodoo's organization. You need something, call Game Day. That's what they say.
Well, good afternoon.
Nice to have you at the rink. I know you're here early too, getting things ready here. So.
Well, good afternoon. Yeah, I came a little bit early to get organized, and then I get to finally watch a hockey game because home games I don't get to watch very often.
It's a little bit of a different experience, isn't it? Just getting to watch a hockey game than have to work a hockey game.
Absolutely.
It's always fun.
We don't have a lot of time, Stephen, but you have been and have coached Trappers hockey. What's the biggest and fondest Trapper hockey memory that you've had in your years of, doing literally everything in hockey? And we're putting them on the spot, Courtney.
You really are putting me on the spot because I was with the Trappers in the 70s with Don Turcotte was the coach. I was the trainer with a guy named Goodwin. And I guess the run we had in the 70s where we had that 8-game series with North York, that was really, really, really exciting. And we came out on top of that and won the POHA.
Was that the team that Tom McCarthy was on?
I don't think so. We had Jimmy Fox.
Tom McCarthy on North York, I'm talking about.
Yes, could be.
Yes,
yeah.
I think so, because I know Tommy talked about that a fair bit, because Mike McParland was on that team, was he not?
Mike was on the team, Jimmy Fox, Joe Michelli. There's a lot of guys. A lot of them stuck around. Brian Maley was stuck around in North Bay.
Was that when, I know Robert Mazuka played some minor hockey in North Bay too. Would he have been around that time? No, not yet?
No, he would have been after.
Okay.
We had another fella who went on to play a little bit of pro hockey, Jerry Ryu. He was out of Kapuskasing, Jerry. But it was a lot of fun. I've enjoyed hockey all my life.
A lot of great memories. The Trappers name, I know we don't have a major junior team under the Trappers banner, but Trappers hockey's literally been around for more than 100 years here. 1918, I think, didn't it start back then? I know you weren't there in 1918. Let's just clarify that. We say he's been around hockey a long time, but not that long, right, Stephen?
Close. I was thinking about it.
One of those first teams back in the, I'm going to say it was the 50s. James Richmond, who's the coach of the Mississauga Steelheads, his father played for the Trappers, and he recalled going on a train to games back then.
Yeah, when you guys went down south, did you guys drive or did you guys take a bus or?
We had a luxury bus back in the day. Our general manager was a guy named Antler. Can't remember.
No.
And
he worked. Billy Antler's father?
No, it would be his cousin. And he worked at the ONR.
Yeah, it's funny how the worlds collide a little bit.
Right. So he at the time the ONR had a sleeper bus. So instead of 4 seats across, there was only 3, and it was a bus that ran from North Bay to Toronto all night. And so in the playoff run, amazingly, we got that bus all the time. So lots of places we could stretch back and sleep, and we pretty much lived on the bus for that whole playoff series, though.
Well, I know exactly who you're talking about. I don't know the first name, but I've been told of this man. Wayne, yeah, that's right, Wayne Antler. Very big in hockey in North Bay. And I think he was close. He was pretty up there at the ONR. I think he might have been, I don't think he was president and CEO at the time, but he was up there, one of the top dogs for sure.
He certainly had enough pull to get us that bus for the playoff run.
It's funny how being high up in the ONR can get you a couple of things sometimes, but you can't really complain too much when you're getting a sleeper bus for a hockey team like that. Well, Steve, we really appreciate you joining us here for the broadcast. We'll let you get back to enjoying a hockey game instead of having to talk about a hockey game or get ready for a hockey game, which we will have coming up. Quickly while you're here, why don't we talk about Fill the Net before I let you go, if you just want to bring that up as well.
Absolutely. Thanks, Courtney. Yeah, we're going to do another fundraiser for the Powassan Food Banks. And this started out a couple years ago, and we had a game on Valentine's Day. And the food bank goes out and gets donations from the community and fills a basket with all kinds of, we call it the Sweetheart Basket. And the people here were so overwhelmingly donating and generous that we have 2 baskets. And in fact, each of the baskets is worth over $400. And all we're asking is you bring a donation, either non-perishable food or cash. They take cash because that works good for them. And you'll get a ballot when you come into the rink, and they'll draw 2 names, and away we'll go. So fill the net tonight for the Powassan Food Bank. We're playing Kirkland Lake tonight, and puck drops at 7 o'clock. Thanks, guys.
No problem. Thank you, Steve. We really appreciate having you along for the ride here. So then we get 4 minutes for head contact here against the Trappers as we get back into our game here. Courtney Kenny and Chris Dawson. And in this period, the Sudbury U16 Nickel Capitals and the Road Whites are going right to left. And the Trappers and their home Reds are going left to right, as we're going to get another penalty here. But this time I believe it's going against the Nickel Capitals, Chris.
I think Lacroix is getting the penalty here. And this is kind of turning into a bit of a reverse fortune from the last time these two teams met, when I was talking about the Davis Anello hit by Perpick. I believe he got a 7-minute penalty in that game. And now here the Trappers are at home, and they're the ones who have been taking all the penalties. But the Lacroix penalty will at least take 2 minutes off the 4-minute penalty.
Well, that will help indeed, as we're going to get 2 minutes here of 4-on-4 action. The U18 Trappers are holding on to a 1-0 lead at current time, and a couple of things missed. There was a couple of big hits, most recently by Ethan Boyce along the near side half wall, and then the penalty again that we saw the 4 minutes going for. As a quick shot from the point by Boyce, almost from the spot where he leveled that hit, somehow beat Marson.
I tell you what, Ethan Boyce, and one of the things that he's not only throwing big hits, getting assists, he has scored some nice goals using that quick release, and I think he used the screen there along the wall. I don't know if there'll be an assist on that play or not, but that's a quick release, and you get rid of that puck quick, and I really don't think Marson was really set and prepared for that. So a big 4-on-4 goal there for the Trappers.
Ethan Boyce picking up his 4th goal of the season, 17th point overall, with a seeing eye shot from the point. Campbell falling down to the ice to try and make a play there. So the Trappers so far, not only did they not really suffer from that 4-minute penalty as of right now, but they've scored a goal here 4-on-4.
Well, I guess I know we were on top of it, but they're giving the goal to Dawson, assist to Boyce. But I think it was the other way around. I think it was Dawson made the play along the wall.
There, now they corrected it. So Boyce from Dawson. So Caleb Dawson picking up 2 points here so far. Now the puck's up to Lefebvre. Lefebvre with some speed through the neutral zone. Sends the puck in for the kick play. Takes the sharp angled shot. Might have been looking for the tip in by Boyce.
Boyce was trying to get his stick on that, and a nice awareness by Lefebvre there. Jesse Lefebvre, and I can say Jesse Lefebvre and Caleb Dawson are second half players, and Jesse has had a real good second half so far as well, especially after the Peterborough tournament.
Jesse Lefebvre's probably one of my favorite players to watch in hockey in general. He's just really fun to watch, how fast he is and how feisty he can be. And he doesn't let his height deter him from going into the corners.
He competes hard. He competes for every puck.
So there's a bit of a big hit with Beamer now going off for repairs.
And you will see it from time to time. He'll drop the shoulder and try a slap shot coming down the wing, and he surprises a lot of goalies.
Well, the penalty for there's LaCroix back out on the ice. So the penalty for the Sudbury U16 Nickel Capitals finds themselves back to the power play for a minute 24 now, and as the head contact penalty is still being served by the Trappers. Bertrand in for the face-off here against North Bay. And now it's McIver behind his net playing the puck. McIver tried to throw it on the backhand, hit a body, but now the Trappers are successful to get the puck down the ice for Marson. Marson out to play the puck behind his net. Now it's up the ice quickly for Makasoff. Makasoff behind his net, slowing things down. Under a minute left on the man advantage here for the U16 Nickel Capitals. Bit of a collision there by Bertrand and Curry. Now the puck's up the ice quickly, and that'll be Sudbury that collects it. Going the other way. The Nickel Capitals come in a little slow, so they're offside as there was a player just a couple of steps in on Navarro. And now we'll get another stoppage here, and the face-off will come on the broadcast side at the Sudbury blue line, or rather near the Sudbury bench, I should say. 14-14 left here. Just over 30 seconds remain on the power play. A power play in which the U16 Nickel Capitals have not looked dangerous at all. Trappers. That's Dawson. In the near side corner battling it out. Pripik slows things down by going behind his net. Quickly up the ice. Loses the handle on it though, and Dawson picks it up. Dawson tries to get the puck up the ice. Couldn't. So he retreats, gives it to his teammate who just dumps the puck in. And that's going to basically be all she wrote here for the head contact power play for Sudbury, as the Trappers are back to 5-on-5 as Cowell rejoins his teammates. Lefebvre on the ice now as the player comes back out for 5-on-5. Lefebvre up the ice. Slowly things up. With a shot by Caleb Dawson. Teed that one up and put that one past Marson. What a goal by Caleb Dawson.
You know what? These guys practice this at the end of practice all the time, and of course, I think that's about his third or fourth goal like that, and did a real good job getting squaring for that pass and beating Marson far side for his second goal and third point of the game so far.
There'll be a timeout here for Sudbury as they look to regroup a little bit, but oh my goodness, we've seen some highlight reel goals by Caleb Dawson this season, Chris, but I don't know if they get any better than that one.
Lucky 13. Saved a pretty special one for Lucky 13 throw out to our Voodoo's co-owner, Ray Sig. Yeah, he likes when things happen good on the number 13, and certainly that was a pretty nice goal, and Marson really didn't have a chance on it.
It wouldn't be any prettier if he actually did put it on a tee and was standing on the tee box of the 18th hole at Osprey Links or something. That would be the only way it might look prettier. And that's only because I'm saying it because I'm tired of winter and I want summer to be here.
She has been a pretty nasty last probably 5 weeks of winter when we really didn't have much of winter in December and early January.
You know what I will say, and knock on wood here before Ben hops in, until the last couple of weeks, the weather hasn't, like you said, hasn't been that bad.
That's actually what I was just going to say, is that in the Family Day weekend of every year is the family tournament in Trout Creek. And I've had some games where I play 9 o'clock game in the morning and it's minus 40 out. We've had a couple days of that this year, but we haven't had more than a week of it.
No.
And I'll take that if that's the way we're going to get it.
But that week was a shock to the system for sure, where you're going from single digits in the minuses, sometimes even in the pluses, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, here's minus. It was going into the battalion game. It was like, yeah, it's like plus, or it's like minus 5 out, but by the time you get out of there, it's going to be like minus 30. It's like, what is going on here?
Jacob McGill also getting an assist on that.
3-0 to reset here for the Trappers. Shot from the sharp angle. Never really threatened McIver. Now Payer knocks that one down the ice. The Nickel Capitals, Bertrand's going to have to pick that one up. And Bertrand gets it up to Makasoff. Makasoff skates around behind his net. Turns back around. Kidd with the puck. Leaves it. And flips it up the ice trying to find a teammate. But instead that was picked up by Boys, who's promptly deposited by Kidd. As now the Nickel Capitals are trying to throw their weight around a little bit here after it looks like they've been bullied through the first half of this period.
That's a big hit by Kidd. Another player that'll be vying for a spot on the OHL Cup squad.
Kenyon Kidd, who has 11 points in 17 games coming into this one. So he's proving that he can add some offense and also some sandpaper to this game. Payer couldn't get a handle on it, was Curry. And now Carrier just dumps that one back in. Well, Breck was chasing after the puck, couldn't get to it. And now Dawson can't get the puck out of his zone. And the clearing attempt is found in the neutral zone by the Nickel Capitals. Bradley back to his defenseman. Curry gets it up to Heath Bradley. And now coming in for support is Dawson, the most recent goal scorer. Has 2 goals in the game. And now chance out front for Bradley, tries to tuck it in. And he couldn't. Somehow that one was turned away. Puck from the point, another chance off the post and into the corner. And now, as you can probably see on your screens, the shots read 20-9 in favor of the Trappers, as this period has been all North Bay. Puck down the ice, kicked away by Sudbury, so no icing. So McIver comes out to play. His stick handles around one, looking like Patrick Waugh.
Trying to send a breakaway pass, and he has done it on a number of occasions already.
LaCroix cross ice, as now that stick's just knocked out of the hand of a Sudbury player. So no attempt there. And I got something to say about that at our next stoppage, Chris, about the goaltenders in this town. But just stick handling, looking like Patrick Waugh around Wayne Gretzky at the center ice there.
Patience.
Patience,
He
exactly.
does not panic, and a lot of times when a goalie misplays a puck, it's when he's panicking, and there's no panic in cool as a cucumber cash money, if you can say that quick. I'm not going to try to
Cool
say
as
that
a cucumber
quickly.
cash money. Cool as a cucumber cash money. Cool
He's
as
good,
a cucumber. I still can't. This is what when I'm driving here, getting ready for this, that's all I keep saying over and over again. Real quick though, I said this on the broadcast last weekend that we did a U16 or U18 Trappers game. I think very strongly that McIver and DiVincentis could both go for a goalie goal if they wanted to. They're both so strong on the puck.
For sure.
And I'm just telling you, as his billet dad, you got to put that in his head.
Oh, we'll have a chat about it. I'll talk to Adam, his dad, Adam McIver, and
I'm just saying, if he does it, I will. I don't know. I don't know what I'd do.
Stuart Skinner scored a goal for the Lethbridge Hurricanes, and it's arguably the best call in the history of hockey. If you've seen it, it is unbelievable when he played for the Hurricanes.
A little bit better than a gritty call in the NOJHL recently, I would say. Backhand chance by Dabrowski, turned his head.
The pitch that the announcer made with his enthusiasm was absolutely outstanding.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm going to have to look this up. Like I said,
Stuart Skinner has a goal! it was outstanding.
Jesse Lefebvre trying to get to the neutral zone.
And he did a flyby after he scored the goal, too.
Stuart Skinner?
Stuart Skinner did a flyby.
From your hometown Lethbridge.
Lethbridge Hurricanes.
I was gonna say Warriors, but that's not the right name.
No, that's Moose Jaw. That's Leroy's hometown.
Yeah.
Leroy
I'm Leroy, he's Leroy.
Leroy and Leroy. It's always something to do. We're not having any fun here today, are
No,
we?
not whatsoever. I mean, that's what happens when you're going to be calling 2 games back-to-back. You got to have some fun here. Although the Powassan Hawks will be playing a game between this and our Voodoo's game later this night, or tonight. Boys tries to send it up the ice. Gravel gets to it.
Oh, geez.
Battling with Carrier.
Nate had him wide open on the other side. If he would have just chipped that over, Cowell would have been in alone on Marson.
Carrier up the ice.
Nice play by Aiden Thomason to pick that puck off.
Yeah, that was Vekala with the puck who lost it to Thomason. Thomason's
another kid who can be very versatile. In Whitby, when the Trappers went down with some injuries, Aiden Thomason ended up going and playing some forward with Russo out, and man, he had some great opportunities.
Cowell flips the puck in. Gravel couldn't get to it. Now Boys just flips it back to his defenseman, his brother.
Ooh, you don't want to throw it
No.
towards the bench when you're trying to make a change.
No, that was very close to too many men on the ice. Trappers getting away with one there. Boys picked off by Bertrand. Bertrand with the shot! And what a goal to get Sudbury on the board here as
That's
he
a
beat
beautiful shot.
McIver cleanly.
I remember Bertrand changed a game around against the U16 Trappers back in the fall, and the game-changing play was a turnover that Bertrand created with his speed and scored a goal that got Sudbury back into a game, and that might be one right there for Bertrand.
Bertrand with his 9th of the season, and I have to say a glorious assist will have to be given to Ethan Boyes on that one of the Trappers, who scored a goal for the Trappers and now gave an assist. And I mean, that's the thing that you got to do if you're Sudbury. You have to capitalize on those chances when you're given a golden egg like that one.
Yeah, nice unassisted goal. Let's see what Sudbury can do with it here with about 8 minutes and 24 seconds left in this second period.
3-1 Trappers lead. Although until that goal, it looked like the Trappers had this game in the books, or I should say this period anyways. 3-1 our score here, 21-11 shots in favor of the Trappers. Puck down or up the ice now, as now it's going to be Heath Bradley coming in, takes a shot, and that
Nice
one's
recovery there by the Sudbury defender, and a really nice play there by Curry to slow that puck down for Bradley.
Bradley shot well high of the net though and out of play, so we're going to get the stoppage here.
Got a stick. The defender got a stick on that one. That was a really nice play by the defenseman.
We're going to get ready here for another face-off. 7:58 left in the second period. And now it's back to Payer at the point. Payer's shot wide of the net. And now it's behind the goal line and in the near side corner for the Nickel Capitals. Lefebvre battling it out. And Campbell's going to get it up the ice quickly for Bell. Bell can't hold on to it. And now the Nickel Capitals are going the other way. Carrier back into their own zone. Tried to find Dubowski, and instead it's going to roll in on McIver. McIver flips it over into the corner, and the Trappers are going to try to break out. Through the neutral zone, quickly, Anello flips it down.
Trappers changing things up again, moving Dawson on with Gravel and Cowell.
And we'll have to see if that line pays some dividends again. We saw it earlier in the first period. Not for very long, though, as now it's Cowell. Cowell looking back for Gravel. Thought the right thing, but it was picked off by LaCroix. LaCroix with a bit of a 3-on-1 here. Takes a shot well wide of McIver's net, as there was a trailer that he could have passed it to. Cowell on the near side wall now. Sends it up, and great speed by Gravel. Beats everyone. Gravel with a shot. And what a save by Marson.
Marson, you know what? Gravel is very deadly with that low shot, stick side. That's the same play that Dawson tried to beat Marson with, and with no luck.
Dawson looking for the hat trick. His tip shot just went wide, or just went over the net. But I have to say, Gravel really turning on the Jets there to get past Pripik. My goodness. And that is why the Powassan Voodoos have him as an affiliate player.
Exactly.
Lebrec, his point pass found nobody as Makasoff had yet to get there. Makasoff breaking the ankles there of Curry, and then sends it in, and we're going to get a nice call here though on the Trappers. 5:56 left in the second period, 23-12. The shots in favor of the Trappers, and also the score in favor of the Trappers as well, as it's 3-1.
Lefebvre taking the draw here.
Lefebvre in alone, trying to get a shot away, does. There's going to be a penalty that he draws here, as Marson turned that one aside.
There's that compete level again, battling for that puck in front, and somebody had to try to use a hook there to stop the feisty Jesse Lefebvre.
Always enjoy watching Jesse Lefebvre. I know in those scouting videos that you did last year, Chris, he talks about how he really likes Brad Marchand. And I say it every game. It's not hard to understand why with the way he plays his game.
He had a hit against, I can't remember which team it was, but it was Tyler Graham, who plays on the Oshawa Generals, and probably had about 40 pounds on Jesse, and Jesse just trucked him in the tournament in Waterloo last December 2021, and he ended up leaving the game. And, you know, that Jesse Lefebvre back then was probably well under 150 pounds, so.
Marson looks like he's working through some issues here as Betts came out on the ice to stretch. So
Trappers power play, we really haven't seen one yet.
No. And we'll have to see if it's Marson that has it or Betts if he comes in cold. So he keeps looking down, wondering if he's going to have to play, but it looks like Marson's saying, no, let's go ahead. And for his credit, coming into this game, I tried to talk about this earlier and then he allowed a goal. He only has a .306 goals against average, so not a bad season by any stretch of the imagination for Nick Marson. So Navarro off for hooking. Trappers on their first power play, real chance here. There's a good chance there by Bradley as your Gravel is just tipped wide. Boys to Anello. Anello lets one fly, and it's behind the net. Trappers keep it in on the near side wall. Boys stripped of the puck. Then Sudbury sends it down the length of the ice. Anello with the puck behind the net, slowing things down. Brings it out slowly. Looks up ice before he decides to just carry it to the blue line and dump it in. And that's going to go well high and well out of play. So with just under 5 minutes left in the second period, we're going to get another stoppage here.
Just over a minute left in that power play. Trappers really had some good possession time, but have not any really good scoring chances so far.
Russo looking for a face-off here. As he's going to be, or rather, I thought he was going to be shown the face-off dot, but rather they were just waiting for the linesman to come in to make the face-off.
There's a nice play off the draw there.
Down the length for McIver to come out and play. Lebrecht to the high forward there, trying to put some pressure on. Up ice for Dawson. Dawson couldn't get that one cleanly as he takes a hit from LaCroix. And now Russo in some trouble here as he's stripped of the puck by LaCroix before Lebrecht nearly falls to the ice. Lefebvre.
Good aggressive PK here. Look at this team. They're really trying to push back literally.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit of extra confidence from that shorthanded goal.
Not giving any room to maneuver or breathe here for the Trappers. Lefebvre takes the puck in, looked for cross ice for Russo. And that was just tipped just wide of the net. And now trying to keep it in was Thomason as he's not able to. And now it's back to the Trappers blue line. Lefebvre setting things up. As they don't realize that they had numbers to come into the zone. Lefebvre looking to cross ice as the Nickel Capitals were nearly caught in a bad change there.
He's looking to feed Dawson in Dawson's office, I guess we can call after that one-timer.
We're back to 5-on-5 out front. What a save. Gravel was stopped point blank, and now it's Campbell quickly in for a quick 2-on-1, and then the tip chance there. Couldn't find his way on McIver's net. Shot there, McIver turns aside. Another chance. Sudbury has a kicked aside by McIver. Now the Trappers looking to regroup here, taking the puck up the ice. Cowell looking to send a puck in, but it's going to ride up on top of the glass and go to play. 3:18 left in the second period. 3-1 Trappers lead. 25-13 are the shots on goal in favor of North Bay.
I don't know if the Trappers might have gotten a little bit comfortable, Courtney, thinking they got after that third goal. We really haven't seen a lot of pressure in the in the Nickel Capitals end. And on the other hand, we've seen some really good chances, and there's another one.
McIver's had to be strong since that third Trappers goal, buckling just once on a great shot by Bertrand. And Nello dumps the puck in. Carrier goes out to play it. Carrier, his up ice pass finds the neutral zone to Dubowski. Dubowski tried to take a sharp angled shot, takes a second chance and somehow beats McIver. And just when you don't go anywhere, folks, just when you thought it was getting a little bit out of hand for the Trappers, the Nickel Capitals have clawed their way back into this one.
Late goal makes it 3-2 here.
Somehow, some way. That's the 7th goal there of the season for Cole Dubowski. And wow, what a chance there. It looked like McIver had made a great save at first, but it somehow rolled into the net from there.
It's all about momentum. And right now,
bit of a shame now that the Trappers, we'll have to see how that power play, how large that looms now on the missed chances there. Because now it's just a 1-goal lead. Behind the net, looking to stop, that was McGill. And instead, on his backhand, he couldn't. So the puck went down the ice. And now it's back into the North Bay zone. Behind the net, or at the goal line, Russo tried to play the puck up. He couldn't. Nickel Capitals again with possession, putting on some more pressure here after scoring that second goal of the game. Sudbury trying to send the puck out front. They can't. Kept in, though, by Sudbury. Before a stretch pass up to Lefebvre. Lefebvre in, takes a shot, he scores! Jesse Lefebvre silencing Sudbury. What a cold celebration there by Jesse Lefebvre for his 12th of the season. And that reestablished the second, or the 2-goal lead here late in the second period, Chris.
That was a big goal, getting behind the defense there. Jesse Lefebvre coming in with the right-hand shot. And on Marson. Marson very good on 2 breakaways against left-hand shooters. Jesse Lefebvre goes low, but he's a right-hand shot, and Marson had a tougher time handling that.
Boys in the neutral zone. Cowell now up to Gravel. Gravel in front to Dawson. Dawson scores! It's a hat-trick goal for Caleb Dawson. And now the goals are coming fast and furious here for the Trappers.
Without his liney and his new line mates, still cashes in. That's his second hat trick of in the last 3 weeks so far. So he's had a great past couple of weeks here on a bit of a heater, and that's his 4th point of the game too.
Caleb Dawson now up to 14 goals on the season, and like you said, 4 points. Really trying to make people take notice of him, who may have passed him up in the OHL priority selection last year. And you have to think with the heater he's been on, people are taking notice. Campbell loses it to Boys. And how important is that now for the Trappers, who weathered a quick storm after that second goal by the Sudbury U16 Nickel Capitals, as we're into the final minute now of this second period. Trappers came into this period and they went up 3 goals. The Nickel Capitals.
Great, you know, you got to give credit to the Trappers not panicking.
As now we have a big hit and a player down there in front of the bench, so we're going to get a penalty called here against the Nickel Capitals, who seem to be unraveling in real time here in front of us.
Yeah, well, it'll be
Bell
going to the box.
So the Trappers had a 3-goal lead, and Sudbury came back to make it a 1-goal lead. And since then, the Trappers have reestablished the 3-goal lead. My goodness. 41.7 seconds left, 5-2 Trappers lead. If you were with us 5 minutes ago, and then you came back now, you're probably wondering what's going on.
What did we say? Hockey is a game of momentum, and they certainly changed the momentum with that real nice stretch pass. And Jesse Lefebvre's goal, and then Dawson right after that. And now a power play here late can really give them an opportunity.
Dawson with a sharp angled shot, just missed the net. They missed everybody, and now Anello looking to get up the ice to Lefebvre. But instead, the Trappers are going to be able to carry it in for Gravel. Gravel back to Anello. Cross ice for Russo. Russo tried to get it into the slot, couldn't. 10 seconds. Last gasp here for Sudbury in this period. Bertrand.
Nice block. Nice play
Good
by
block
Davis Anello.
2 seconds left on the clock. Gravel's just going to wind up and take a shot. And Marston's going to knock that one aside for the last save he'll make here in the second period. And Chris, what a wild second period is the best way I can describe that.
Yeah, Trappers got up to 3-0, and it looked like maybe smooth sailing for the Trappers, and maybe following the footsteps of a 6-0 win. We looked like that was maybe the trend, and then Bertrand with that beautiful goal, creating the turnover, and then Dubowski with a great individual effort on it, getting his own rebound to make it all of a sudden 3-2, and then Jesse Lefebvre comes in, snuck behind the defense and beat Marston 5-hole, and then another the hat-trick goal by Caleb Dawson in a scramble in front, and that's where we're at now, 5-2 the score.
Well, we'll have to see if that continues. The Trappers will be on the power play when we return for the third period, and again, we'll have to see if the craziness continues, so to speak, here in this final frame coming up. He's Chris Dawson. I'm Courtney Kenny. As always, keep your eye on the front line.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items, or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukram, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family. I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
This period is brought to you by Canada Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news or access the alumni job portal. Visit canadacollege.ca/perks for more information.
Players to Watch is brought to you by Mike the Financial Advisor. If you have financial questions, he has financial answers. On Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Mike the FA.
Well, we welcome you back.
This period is brought to you by Canada Alumni Perks.
Fired. Ben Long is fired.
Sweet, see you later.
We do need you for the next game, though, so we're going to have to keep you on, at least for that one. I'm Courtney Kenny. He's Chris Dawson. It's a 5-2 hockey game between the U18 Trappers and the U16 Nickel Capitals. And, Chris, our players to watch were Max Campbell and Caden Cowell. How do you think they fared here today?
You know, Campbell's created a few chances so far. He has not found his way on the score sheet quite yet, and I believe Caden Cowell has an assist on Caleb Dawson's third tally of the game, and I think had a double minor. So they're contributing. They're
They're on the score sheet
they're
here.
on the score sheet. Yep.
Yeah, as we're going to get ready here for a third period, and we're going to see a goaltending switch in net for the U16 Nickel Capitals as Mateo Betts is in net.
It's actually pronounced Bates.
Bates, like the motel.
Yes.
Mother knows best. As we're back underway here for the third period, Trappers are on the power play, and then their home Reds going right to left, and the U16 Nickel Capitals are going left to right in this third period, in their road Whites, as they're trying to go up, and they do have numbers on a 2-on-1 here quickly. Quick shot, they score! Corey LaCroix with his first goal of the year, sniping over Mike McIver's shoulder, breathing some life into this U16 Nickel Capitals team, where it really felt like they were on their heels to end that second period.
Yeah, the one of the risks that happens, Courtney, when you put a defenseman on the blue line, and I think it was Caden Cowell, our player to watch, that was caught up ice, and Davis Anello was back there on the 2-on-1, and Lacroix kept it and made no mistake going high.
Right over the blocker side of McIver. Russo with a bit of a nifty move. Can't get it out of his skates, though. And now it's Boys. Boys on the near side corner. Sends it out front looking for Curry. Curry can't convert it. And now the puck is going down the ice for Lefebvre. Lefebvre chasing after it. McIver did come out to play it, but thought better of it. And now Lefebvre has it starting out from his own zone up to Dawson, who already has a hat trick in this one. Dawson. Back out to Russo. Russo flips it back in for Dawson. Bates falling in his crease. Back to Lefebvre at the point. Lefebvre winds up, takes a shot. That one was deflected. And somehow Bates just got it in between his arm and his pad on that one.
That was a nice save. He had no idea where that went. Nice quick release there by Jesse Lefebvre. And caught the goalie a little bit off guard, but he was square to the puck like they tell the goaltender to be, and got caught in his equipment and made the stop.
Just got to give a bit of a shout out on a personal level to my buddy Mitchell Crochet and his soon-to-be fiance Brittany, or his fiance soon-to-be wife, on the announcement of that they were expecting. They just went public with it. I was told a couple of weeks early, not that I'm excited or anything, but they just went public with it. So congrats, guys.
Congrats.
Just wanted to give a big shout out to you guys here on the broadcast. And now we're back underway here with a 5-3 lead for the U18 Trappers. And the puck down the ice and sent right back in, but it's going to be offside. And looked like it might have been icing, but they guess they gained the red line just in time. And now it's up the ice for Urso. We're back to 5-on-5 as well. Trappers 0 for 2 on their power play so far. And now it's to Gravel. Gravel flips the puck back in. Boys chasing after it. Boys behind in the corner. And now the puck's to the near side wall.
There's
Boys.
a nice pass. Bradley.
Out front, takes a shot, and he had Bates beat, but not the iron.
Nice play there by Boyce.
Very nice play indeed, as now Carrier takes the shot. That one rode up over top of McIver and over into the glass. Now a big hit there ensues, and now Lefebvre in alone again. Lefebvre with the shot. And Lefebvre can't convert that time. Although he did score on a nice breakaway chance earlier.
Jeez, 2 breakaways in the last 30 seconds on Bates.
Bates coming into the game cold as he didn't play the first 40 minutes of this game, and now he's faced some stiff competition right out of the gates. Bates out of the gates.
The Bates Motel, so far there's no vacancy in the net.
I love it.
We'll see if that sign lights up anytime
Oh, another
soon.
chance. There it is. Just barely got a toe on it. The sign almost lit up there, Chris.
It did. Still says no vacancy.
No. Vackle up to Bertrand. Bertrand, who scored a nice goal in that second period, twists around in his own zone, or in the Trappers zone. A shot from the point brought McIver well out of his net, but no harm, no foul there. Vekala in the corner. Tries to beat Bradley and just barely. And now it's back to the point and sent in. McIver stops that one up and plays it quickly over to Beamer. Beamer flips the puck down the ice. Or rather Anello, and now Anello picks it back up in the neutral zone, going cross ice for Boys. Boys has a goal in this one as well. Skated the puck up the ice, but was deemed to be offside here. Sorry, we ate all your Timbits, Chris.
That's okay. I feel empty-handed.
Oh. These two teams will do battle again tomorrow, but this time it'll be in Sudbury at the
Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday on the road.
Early in the day, though.
Yeah, so they'll be able to get back to watch the. Who's your Super Bowl pick this year, Chris?
You know what? I think the Eagles. I have to go with the Eagles.
As much as it pains me to say, I think Patty Mahomes is new Brady. How can you bet against Patty Mahomes? But the Eagles have shown that they've played a good season, albeit against not necessarily tough competition. Gravel. Should be an interesting one regardless. Tomorrow. Unfortunately, my Bills playoff demons continue.
My Packers never really quite got to the playoffs this year.
No.
Still now they're in the biggest drama, and that is whether or not Aaron Rodgers gets a new change of address in the course of the off season.
I really hope he does it like LeBron did and has a whole TV special dedicated to it. This off season or this fall, I'm going to be taking my talents to Texas to play for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, probably not South Beach.
No, I'm not thinking he's going to Miami at all.
I think got the Raiders. I still think that San Fran is in the mix, especially now that Brady has said that he's retired, at least for now.
He only lasted a month last time.
That's true.
We're only a couple of weeks into this retirement this time. Shot in from the point, turned aside by Bates, keeping that no vacancy sign still flashing there. So
it's an LED sign, so it's got a long life.
Yeah, I have to say,
just as a question, if there's no vacancy, that means there's no emptiness. Currently, the net has been completely vacant.
Hey.
He's illuminated the no on the vacancy.
Well, you know what? We'll take a
Lefebvre with the quick shot.
We'll take a term from Vince Lombardi. Empty barrels make the most noise.
Ooh. Come to the front line. Watch the hockey. Stay for the drama.
I think this broadcast team should make an appearance on Shoresy.
At this point, we might as well be. I think we got to make a phone call. I mean, I spend a lot of time in that Sudbury Community Arena, so hey.
I can't tell you. They just put a message out to the Powassan Voodoos trying to recruit actors for season 2.
Are they actually?
They are, yeah. 18 to 35, so
well,
took a backup. They would
you're
have to
right
get an
in there,
exemption.
Courtney.
Yeah, you're not.
I'm not.
It looks like we got to get in there. Christian Prop being the backup tendy on last year's season. Good to see Christian Prop out there doing some good there. Former battalion. One of my favorite all-time battalion players, too.
too, from North Bay is Corey.
Yeah.
He's actually gets into it with with Shorzy a few times in some of the TikTok videos. You can see if you don't subscribe to Crave, which actually we've just gotten a subscription for.
There you go. You've watched
Been watching a few, yeah.
House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about that one altogether, Chris?
Boy, we're really going off topic. I didn't mind it.
That last episode was a little, oh my goodness, when
It was.
when it happened.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Currently enjoying my Crave subscription. New episode of Last of Us just dropped yesterday because of Super Bowl Sunday. They didn't want to have to compete. Really enjoying that show so far. Got me back playing the video game, so I got to give it credit for that. Gravel chips the puck in. Now it's to the mid-side or near side half wall for Cowell. Puck flipped down the ice, and McIver's going to come out to play it. McIver leaving it behind his net as the Trappers find themselves on another power play. So far 0 for 2 in the game. Anello nearly gave that one away. Now the Trappers are quickly up ice with Cowell leading the charge. Cowell tips it in, and that was just going to...
Great idea off the kick plate. There just wasn't anybody there to go get it.
No, it just tipped it right back out to the neutral zone, and now Keith Bradley skates around LaCroix. Bradley to Cowell. Cowell with a quick shot, or pass rather, and a good couple of whacks at it by Bates. Keeps the puck out of the net on that
Anthony
one.
Boyes had a couple great chances, and there's another one right there.
Boyes in, tries to get a shot away from the slot, but it rolls in, and we're going to get another penalty here against the Nickel Capitals. So the Trappers are going to go up 5-on-3 for just under a minute as well.
Keith Bradley actually, oh no, he's not going to the ball. He stopped like he was stalling, like he's kind of accustomed to stopping in front of the penalty box, but he sauntered right by it.
Hey, one other thing I'll say about Shorzy, while I'm here and we're talking about value and, butts and seats and stuff, one thing the Sudbury Wolves did pretty good with that was having the Shorzy themed night this year with the jersey.
That's right, the Blueberry Bulldogs.
Yeah.
That was smart.
The Wolves always seem to have a good lineup of jerseys every year, like the superhero ones,
Yeah, our friend Thomas Mercier is always displaying the jerseys, a big jersey collector.
Yeah.
So
I'm still waiting for Hawks Night here with the Voodoos. Throwback to the retro.
that's right.
Well, you might have to push that one up higher than Chris Dawson, so. Over to Russo. Russo can't get a shot away, but he recovers the puck. Russo cross ice. Now it's another chance. Cross ice. Lefebvre tees it up.
There's a beauty.
And
There's a beauty.
Jesse
Nice pass from
Lefebvre.
Davis or Aiden Thomason, rather.
Lefebvre with his second goal of the game, and that's going to be his 13th of the season. Looking like his line mate Caleb Dawson on that one with a one-time shot. And because there was a 5-on-3 at the time, the Trappers are still on the power play.
Thomason should get at least one assist on that. And I think Russo might get the other one.
It was a great play by that line in that power play. So the Trappers find themselves with a power play goal here for the first time this afternoon. Score hasn't updated. It still says it's 5-3. We'll let you in on a secret. It's actually 6-3. Now it's 11-3. We don't know what's going on. Welcome to, there we go, 6-3. Welcome to Powassan. As we're on the near side half wall.
Where there's always something to do.
There's always, yeah. And everyone here's name is Leroy, and he's like Leroy. Over to Cowell. Cowell takes a shot. Toe saved by Bates. As the Bates Motel has its first visitor.
Oh, there you go. That's right.
Boys on the far side half wall.
Celebrate the emptiness.
Back to the point for Anello. Anello, I don't know if I want to be the only person visiting the Bates Motel, though, to be honest with you. Not a real great track record in that place. Over to Cowell. Cowell takes the shot off the blocker of Bates and out of play.
That's a nice save. That's a real nice save on Caden Cowell.
Up to 40 shots on goal now for the Trappers. 19 for the visiting Sudbury U16 Nickel Capitals.
That's horrible.
This is why we don't have cameras on
Chris
us.
breaking out the Ninja Turtles dancing.
This is why we don't have cameras on ourselves here at the Trappers games. Quick chance across the ice. And a good shot there by the Trappers, but maybe even a better save there by Bates coming across to stop that one.
Caleb Dawson looking for his second 4-goal game of the calendar year, actually.
Yeah. At some point, Caleb, you can't be greedy. There's a quick shot off the face-off. Just hits Bates and goes wide. Under a minute left on the man advantage here for the Trappers. Left for Thomason. Thomason skates around behind the net. Flips
Nice
the puck
pass by Thomason.
up to Dawson. Dawson skates and takes the shot. Good block, or leg save there by Bates. To Lefebvre. Back to Russo. Thomason takes the shot from the point. Nearly handcuffed Bates, and then a second chance. Couldn't get that one by him as Bates was all but down and out. Dawson on the far side wall. His pass out front makes its target finally after it was given away. And now another chance there by Russo, stopped. And now a quick chance up the ice. It's going to miss Bertrand. McIver thought about playing it, but then realized that it was going to go to icing. And maybe that's a bit of a...
They only got caught with 5 players below the puck.
Yeah, that doesn't happen too often.
So they're lucky it was an icing.
Yeah, but McIver there, you saw him kind of hesitate. He wanted to go play the puck. I think that might be a byproduct of playing at two very different levels this year, where the rules are drastically different when it comes to icing. Shot.
Trappers really piling on the shots now. We're at 47 now.
It was 40 just a moment ago. Bertrand. Shot kicked aside by McIver. And now up the ice to Gravel. Gravel looking for Cowell. It was in his skates. Cowell shoves it in. And it's back to Bates. Bates gets a bounce off Cowell. And now we're going to have a little bit of rough stuff here after the whistle again.
You know what? That was nothing again. He shot the puck right at Caden.
Yeah.
And Caden's just, you're going to shoot it off me. I'm gonna get big, and if it bounces off me and into the net, then you know what? So be it. But
Cowell back to the bench, looking like he's in a whole world of hate or hurt.
I think we'll probably end up seeing a penalty out of this.
Yeah, we did see Adam Morrell had his arm up. Well, so we'll see what happens here. But Cowell in a whole world of hate there, whole world of hurt on the back. That's the second time I said hate on that. My goodness. He's in a whole world of hurt. Might have some strong feelings towards the Nickel Capitals. I don't think he hates the Nickel Capitals. Yeah, he might. Yeah, that's true. He might now. Although, as I was always taught by a speaker, we had a speaker twice that came into our high school who was a Holocaust survivor,
like
and she said twice, hate is a strong word.
There's a 5-minute penalty on the board, and I believe number 14 of the Nickel Capitals, that's Carter Makasoff, has just left the building, or the bench, pardon me. And I don't think there's a thank you very much.
I was gonna say I don't think we're gonna get an Elvis has left the building type of thing.
That certainly Carter has, and Trappers are going to get another long penalty power play here with 49 shots.
Since we were talking entertainment, I gotta say, give a good hand there to that Elvis movie. It was probably one of my favorite movies last year.
I've heard some people on my wife watched it last night when she got home a little early from the Voodoo's game. And
yeah, I have to say, I noticed that Tom Hanks was nominated for Worst Supporting Actor twice last year. Once as Geppetto in the Disney live-action Pinocchio, and then again as Colonel Parker for the Elvis movie. I thought he was great in the Elvis, anyways. We're back to the power play here for Lefebvre. Maybe I'll have to talk to Leanne about that. Shot comes in, blocked in front of Bates, and now a chance here for the Nickel Capitals as they can't get anything to go. Lefebvre picks up the errant pass with Campbell, putting all kinds of pressure on him. Boys.
Now they have a player without a stick.
To Bradley. Bradley takes a shot. We're going to get a stoppage here. And it looks like we're going to get another penalty. Constant parade to the penalty box, it feels like, here in this third period.
And a broken stick to boot.
Well, the question is who's going. Doesn't look like anybody's going.
Just the offside call, I suspect.
Yeah, it must be. Gravel in for the draw. Lefebvre gets the puck off the draw. Carries it in, tries to get a shot away. Another chance there. Stopped by Bates. Bates lying down in his crease. Somehow keeps the puck out.
That's 51 shots.
51 shots.
At the Nickel Capital goaltenders.
Yeah, that's true. And somehow with Bates even lying down in his blue paint, keeps the guest list of the Bates Motel at 1. A little bit of, hey, maybe we should turn some music on. We're getting some not safe for work language. If I can hear that in my headset, then I'm sure lots of
I'm
people
glad
can
I
hear
have the headset on. I didn't hear.
Oh, I heard some of it. I won't repeat it, that's for sure. Not right now, maybe after the game. As the Capitals come in, take a shot, it's blocked by Boys. Boys flips it up to Trappers, and now it's Payer who's out on the ice. Payer with the puck. Skates the puck in. Leaves it on the near side or far side half wall. Puck is sent cross ice. Kept in there by Curry. He just flips it in. Kidd battling along the boards here. It's up to Curry on the near side wall. Curry sends it right back behind the net. Payer can't get a stick on it. And now it's down the ice for McIver to come out and play. McIver leaves the puck behind the net. Boys nearly lost the handle on it.
Oh, nifty play there. Looked like he was off balance.
Yeah. Looked like he was going to fall over, but he was able to get it anyways. Now Dawson carries the puck in. Dawson back to the point for Gravel. Gravel takes the shot. It's out to Dawson. Dawson skates around. Holds onto the puck. Sends it behind the net for Bradley. Bradley looked out front, couldn't get it, but it's kept in by Boys. Boys looking for the pass to Dawson, and that one's picked off easily. Now a 2-on-1 here for the Capitals. Over to LaCroix. LaCroix takes the shot. McIver just got a piece of it, and it goes behind the net. Now it's up to Prippick. Prippick goes cross ice. McIver, who doesn't have a stick, comes out and plays the puck and then just throws it up the ice. Good play there by McIver, who had no stick. He looked like he was going to cover it, but decided to throw it away from the player that was coming in on it. Now Grayson Bradley carries the puck up. 2 minutes.
Well, he knew if he covered it up behind the net, that would be a delay of game, regardless of the rules.
Heath Bradley with the puck. Behind the net. Battling for it. Still over 2 minutes left on this 5-minute major. Gravel at the point. Flips it in for Cowell. Cowell and Gravel swap spots. Cowell goes cross ice for Grayson Bradley. Bradley flips the puck in. Far side wall. It's back to Cowell. Cowell can't keep the line. And now Cowell picks up the loose puck from Cardinal. And the Nickel Capitals are going to go for a quick change here. While the Trappers try to regroup. Bradley battling for the puck. Gives it away. But McIver's out to play the puck and flips it up the ice. Cowell up to Boys. Boys gains the line. Can't get it over to Cowell though. As it's kicked aside. Now it's Bradley who's knocked down. As we're under 2 minutes now on this man advantage. Nickel Capitals try to flip the puck out. Good keep there by McGill. McGill can't hold it for long though. As it's back to the Trappers zone with Anello holding the puck. Anello up to McGill. McGill really stripped of the puck by LeBrecq, but they can't get a handle on it. Now it's Boys. Quickly cross ice to Russo. Russo to Cowell. Cowell takes the shot off the leg of Bates, and then it was nearly redirected back into his net by a teammate. Carrier up the ice to LeBrecq. LeBrecq flipping the puck down the ice. We're under a minute now on the 5-minute major. With McIver stopping the puck up for Anello. Anello slowing things down. Goes around, skates the puck up, flips it up, and that was just going to be knocked in by Curry and chased after him. Curry looking for options, but instead is sent right back down to McIver. McIver holds the puck onto it on his stick, flips it up the ice. Russo picks it up in the neutral zone. Russo stopping up, gets around a Nickel Capital, and then carries it down into their zone. Can't get around him for too long though. Now Russo battling for it in the near side half, or on the near side corner. Russo tries to shovel it out front, can't get the puck to go.
I really like the way Bates has played so far. He's come in under fire and has been really solid in goal here. This game could easily be about 9 or 10-3.
He's looked good. He's a big body in net as well. And now we're back to 5-on-5 for the first time in a little while. Dawson with possession in his own zone. Flips it around the net. That's going to be flipped up now by the Trappers. And the Nickel Capitals pick it back up. McGill chasing after it. McIver, though, plays it quickly over to his defenseman, Boys. Boys up to Dawson. Dawson carries the puck down the ice. And now it's Dawson that was down by the net. Couldn't get it to go though. And now the puck's sent down to the Trapper zone for McIver to play it. McIver sending the puck down the ice quickly on a good pass for Dawson, but Dawson couldn't get the handle on it.
Looking for his roommate.
And now,
That I will tell you that 100% is intentional.
yeah, they talk about that play a lot.
They've talked about it, yeah.
Well, Dawson couldn't get the handle on it though off the pass, so it does go for icing. And we'll get another stoppage here with 4:53 left in the third period.
Of course, one of the advantages in U18 hockey as compared to junior and major junior is they were able to make that change.
No.
Whereas in junior, that would be the line that iced the puck would be stuck out there until they can either cover the puck or get the puck out of the zone and make a change.
Nickel Capitals won't be able to take advantage of a tired Trappers line then, as we can see now. And Keith Bradley flipping the puck up. Curry.
Nice play by Carrier. He's had a solid game, made a couple of really good rushes so far.
Thomason up quickly for Curry. Curry tries to get around the net, can't go very far with it though. And now, the Nickel Capitals with possession in their own zone. Just over 4 minutes left in this third period. 6-3 Trappers lead. Thomason. 3 of those goals scored by number 10 in your programs. Caleb Dawson as the Nickel Capitals flip the puck up.
Jesse Lefebvre with 2. Ethan Boys with another. And for Sudbury so far, we have Bertrand, Dubowski, and Lacroix with that early shorthanded goal.
Gravel flips the puck in. On net, it was turned aside by Bates. Now it's back to the point. Bradley can't hold on to it. McGill chases after it. McGill up the ice quickly. Looking for Beamer. And it's just sent in and around the end boards. Bradley battling it out with Gravel. Gravel flips the puck in for Cowell. Cowell leaves it behind for Bradley. Bradley on the far side wall looking for his options. Tries to go out front or find McGill. Now it's left for McIver. McIver flips the puck up and out. And it's down to Beamer, who just flips the puck down the ice to finish the job. 3 minutes remain in this third period. 6-3 Trappers lead over the Nickel Capitals. We will do battle again tomorrow in Sudbury. Russo tries to get the puck past Bell. And now it's Dawson. Dawson stick handles his way out of trouble, flips it up, gives it away though to Sudbury. And now, chasing back after it is Dawson. Russo knocks the puck in. Dawson after it. Russo with the sharp angle shot. Can't get that one away. And now it's Russo out front for Lefebvre. Lefebvre with a quick shot looking for his hat-trick goal. Can't get it to go. Payer keeps it in, flips it in over the net. And now Russo and Dawson at the near side half wall flipping across the ice with Payer, who just tries to knock down his man. This game's really kind of calmed down here in the last few minutes as well since that 5-minute major. And now 2:10 remain in this third period. 6-3 Trappers lead. Shots on goal though, 53-21 in favor of the Trappers.
Yeah, they've been throwing lots of pucks at both goaltenders. Of course, Marson started the game and Bates has come in, and like I said, he's had a real solid third period. I would say he's close to making 20 stops in this third period.
I would have to say you're pretty close.
20 stops in the third. Ryan Gilchrist, our shot clock extraordinaire, helps as a scout with the Voodoos analytics. 23 shots the Trappers have had in the third period, and he's allowed one.
He's allowed 1 goal.
1 goal. So pretty impressive coming in relief and making some really good stops.
Bates has looked good for sure.
we also have to, commend Marson too, because despite the 5 goals, I mean, he stopped, I think, three, maybe 4 breakaways. So I think that just kind of tells you how the Trappers kind of after that first period really started to take over this game against the younger team.
Bradley flips the puck down the ice. It bounces up. Bates plays it.
It also shows the firepower of this team. The line of Cowell, Gravel, and Boyce, which has probably about 75 points so far this year between the 3 of them. They've only got, I think, Gravel and Cowell only have one 1 point each. So give credit to that other line, and Russo, Dawson, and Lefebvre have certainly had a great game today. Dawson with 3 goals and assist. Jesse with 2 goals and an assist.
Looking good.
And what a great pass Jesse made on that one-timer, which I think, not trying to show too much fatherly bias, but I think that one-timer probably is the goal of the game so far.
I'd have to agree with you.
Or maybe Jesse's goal, but I think maybe the fact that it was just so down low and a lot more speed than Lefebvre's one-timer. But the boys have been working on that fairly regularly, and Jesse's got a great release too and loves to score with that slap shot, and he showed it today.
Well, it was a good goal for sure. It reminds me of Ty Nelson's bar and in goal on his hat-trick game a week ago against Kingston. Which we'll have to see tomorrow if he's going to break Brandon Miller's single-season record of goals by a defenseman since the move to North Bay.
Who's the franchise leader?
Bobby Sanguinetti.
Bobby Sanguinetti
Had 29 goals.
I met Bobby Sanguinetti when he played for went to the U.S. World Junior Evaluation Camp in the early 2000s.
He played.
I believe he got traded though. Was he not traded to Owen Sound?
He was he played for his final year in the OHL with Brampton.
Brampton,
It was the only year he played in Brampton.
Okay.
And he was a first-round pick of the New York Rangers.
Yes.
I did my homework just in case.
There you go.
Put
you on the spot, eh?
Yeah. As the Trappers flipped the puck out. And when I was thinking to myself earlier in the year, when I was looking at it with how Nelson had been doing recently, I said, well, Nelson's definitely within reach of Miller. Is he in reach within, the 29? And I was like, I don't think so. But now you look at the games that are left, and he's sitting at 19. If he continues to put together the hot streak he's been on, it is feasible. It could happen.
He's a few hat tricks away.
It could happen.
It could, absolutely.
And, I mean, a player like Nelson, I'm never going to count out, is what I'll say.
For sure, no.
Russo skates it in, looks to get another one to go, gets one, and it just nearly, there it is. Add one more to the guest list of the Bates Motel as Russo puts one in the back of the net here with 11.1 seconds. And if the game wasn't iced before, you have to think it is now. It's 7-3. Russo with his 6th goal of the season, the captain of this Trappers team. 7-3. Talk about Ty Nelson and good things happen.
They do.
Unlike our, I can't say that one on air, for yesterday's game, the Voodoo's game. Talk about a certain former, somebody who'll be making their way back up here on Thursday, and then Espinola goes down and scores a goal.
That's, yeah, exactly. So that gives 4 points for Jesse Lefebvre, 2 goals and 2 assists, and 3 goals and 2 assists for Dawson.
Wow. That line, you've got to think they like playing together now that they're back as a trio. Miguel flips the puck in.
What's that? Reunited and it feels so good? Is that how it is?
Yeah, we'll go with it.
Yeah.
And that's going to do it here. 7-3 victory for the North Bay U18 Trappers over the Sudbury U16 Nickel Capitals. 56-22 are the final shots on goal. And Chris, we got to talk about as Bates is kind of like at center ice, talking to Adam Morrell. I wonder what it doesn't look like it's animated, but I got to give hats off. We talked about him briefly. We got to give our hats off to Bates on that third period. He looked fantastic for the Capitals.
56 shots. And he made a great save, and I just think the momentum puck barely got across the crease, and a real nice move by Marshawn Lynch on skates, Justin Russo.
Yeah, once again, only here so he doesn't get fined. Chris, we'll talk about our 3 stars, or the 3 stars that we're thinking of here just after this.
Tonight's 3 Stars is brought to you by Dave's Automotive Services, 411 Airport Road in North Bay. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect from Dave's.
All right, Chris, we'll let you, unlike the Voodoo's games where it's the poor timekeeper and PA guy that has to pick the 3 stars, we'll put the pressure on you to pick some 3 stars
Now, just before this goes in, I want to say Caleb Dawson is the first star. I don't want to put that pressure on Chris for having his son be the first star, but with his production today, I think he gets first star.
So you got to pick 2 stars, Chris.
Okay,
third and 2.
I'm gonna go with the 3rd star, number 11, Anthony Bertrand. He tried to put this team on his back, made a great play to get them back in the game in the second period and scored a really nice goal. So I'm going to give him the 3rd star. And the 2nd star, I'm fairly familiar with the potential first star. That would be Jesse Lefebvre with 2 goals and 2 assists. Had a great game. And we have to talk about a breakaway goal because with all that momentum that Sudbury built to make it 3-2 in the second period, it was young Jesse Lefebvre without his wingman. That went in all alone and scored a huge breakaway goal that kind of broke the bank for the U16 Nickel Capitals, and that got the offense really churning for the Trappers. So Jesse Lefebvre, number 2, and we'll give number 1 to the guy who had 3 goals and 2 assists, Caleb Dawson. Nice one-time goal.
Yeah, he
did a little bit of dishing too, and continues to have a really good second half. So
well, he looked impressive for sure. I know we talk about Caleb a lot on this broadcast, so good to have someone else other than Chris pick him.
You know what? When they get 5 points, if they're a 4th liner and they get 5 minutes, and we talk about them a lot, then that's a little bit too much dad talk. But I guess when he gets 3 goals and 5 assists in a game, I guess we can spend a little time. 5-point night.
Yeah. So we'll give it to Caleb for sure. Just coming up here in a couple of hours' time, right from the same ice service, we'll have Powassan Voodoo's taking on the Kirkland Lake Gold Miners here in Powassan. Chris will not be joining me for that one. He'll be in the corner getting all antsy as he watches his team.
You guys will be taking video of me turning around, and so hopefully it'll be should be a good game. Kirkland Lake has a lot to play for. They're 4 points back. They lost a heartbreaker yesterday to French River as they try to make it climb up into that 4th and final spot on the east side. So they definitely have something to play for. And the Voodoos, it's could be one of those trap games. Winning a big game against Espanola on Friday night, knowing Sunday's a day off and a couple days off, going into a game next Friday against French River that they don't want to look too far ahead of themselves, and only 1 point back of Hearst now for second place in the East with a game in hand. So this is a huge game for the Voodoos tonight. It's
going to be exciting for sure. You can catch all the action here. If you're not coming down to the Sportsplex, you can catch all the action here on the Frontline Game Day broadcast for sure. He's Chris Dawson. I'm Courtney Kenninger. As we've been saying all day, he's Leroy. I'm Leroy. There's always something to do. Anyways, with that being said, as always, keep your eye on the front line.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3.
Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukram, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.